Gerald, thank you so much for coming on. We really appreciate you taking your time today so that we could discuss some One Piece stuff going on right now, because there's a lot that we got to get into together. But
Copy. I appreciate you having me, man. Thank you for having me, man.
Yeah, no, we're stoked. We were really happy about this one. We're gonna have fun. So
yeah, we're
thank
going
you.
to have a lot
Yeah,
of
no,
fun
let's
right
do
now.
it.
So we know that you started off your trading card journey in the sports card world. And we
Right.
saw in the video that you started during the COVID boom. But I wanted to ask, what caught your eye about One Piece, and when did you start looking into One Piece?
Copy. I mean, I've told the story a bunch of times. I'm gonna give you the short version. I'm gonna get
Yeah.
to it. But I was in Target. I was in Walmart one day, and I was buying like megas or blasters or whatever sports car stuff. And there was some young kids that was in front of me, and they were buying sports cars as well. But they also picked up some little like packs of like this little cartoon thing. And today is One Piece. I mean, I know what it is today, but I know what it was back then. It was One Piece. So I'm thinking to myself, like, damn, what are these little dudes? These kids in college, like 21, 22 years old, buying little sleeves of little cartoons. So at first I was judging them, like, what the hell wrong with these little kids? You know what I mean? But we exchanged Instagram information. 2, 3 days later, I'm on my gram. I see them again. They had another Target, another Walmart, and they picking up these same packs. And they were like happy, like, oh, we got the new thing and this and that. And I'm still like, bro, what's wrong with these kids? Like, it wasn't making no sense to me. Strolling down the gram, I see PSA's page come up, and it was breaking down the numbers, like the most graded cards, like sports cards, TCGs. They was breaking down the numbers, and I seen that the One Piece was second behind Pokemon for the whole year. So I'm like, damn, this is something I never heard of before. This is what these little kids got. And if everybody's grading these cards, it got to be something here. So I'm thinking to myself, let me look into this thing. So now I'm looking into it, thinking I'm about to find cards. Like I'm Googling like One Piece and stuff like that, but I'm not finding cards. I'm finding like articles. I'm finding like CNN articles. I'm finding like the rebellions, and I'm finding about all the athletes, and I'm finding about like all the
Yeah.
coaches stuff. And I'm like, damn, this thing is like huge. Then it's way bigger than I thought it was. You know what I mean?
So this was like
So then I,
June of
I'm sorry.
2025.
This was like let me see. I bought my first card, I would say like September of like 2024.
Oh,
Like
wow. Okay.
August of 20. When I say I got in early, I started buying a One Piece way before the video. Like the video, it was just when I said, you know what, I'm going all in now. So now I want to dump the sports cars and really go all in.
Hmm.
Like I was buying this stuff I was buying it with dirt cheap. I was buying mangas, PSA 10s for like $800, thinking the guy ripping me off, like type stuff. Like, you know what I mean?
What was your first big purchase that you made in One Piece that you like had the highest conviction in?
My first big purchase was the pre-errata Luffy card.
Nice.
I
Nice.
Nice.
got that for
Very nice.
like I paid 674 for the card, PSA 10, $674. But the funny part is that's my second card. My first card was also the Luffy, but it was the errata version. So when I'm online, I seen the errata version. I'm like, oh, this got to be the good one. This is the
Oh,
errata version.
you mixed them
Yeah.
up.
Okay.
So my actual first card was the errata version of the Luffy. Like a day or two go by, and I'm going through eBay again looking for more cards. I seen something that said pre-errata. So now I'm like, damn, what's the difference between errata and pre-errata? I go on YouTube, I found a video that breaks it down, errata versus pre-errata. So now I'm like, okay, I gotta get them all, because now I'm taking the sports card knowledge and I'm coming back to it. Like the early stuff, the stuff with the errors, the stuff with the missing names, like those are the big cards in sports. So now, like, yeah, I gotta get them all now. So then I just started getting all of them, all of the Luffy. I started getting the Nami. I started getting all the pre-errata cards, and I was getting them for like dirt cheap.
And are
Like, you
you
know what I mean? Like,
still are you still holding on to all of them right now?
I still got them all. I don't really sell no cards. I'm a collector by heart. Like, I'm a true collector. If you see my sports cards collection, like, I really don't sell cards. Like, I'm a collector by heart. Even now, I collect sets. I'm bringing like the whole set collecting thing into the TCG. Like, I'm collecting all of the gold mangas, and then I'll start collecting all of the SECs. Like, my mind is still programmed to be on the set collecting from the sports card thing. So I'm just really a collector. I'm a collector investor. Like, I love the cards. I love to collect, but I'm not a fool neither. Like, I do know there's like a monetary aspect to the whole collecting thing too, you know?
Definitely, because at the price that you got in on that pre-rata Luffy, that's like a 10x right now.
Yeah, it's like a 10x. I
And
mean,
you have no feeling inside of you that it's like, oh man, I want to cash out on that 10x.
nah, I really don't, because I really just believe it's like so early. Like in life, man, it's like the bigger the risk, the bigger the reward. You know what I'm saying? So
100%.
I went with that. So I'm like, we see what happened in 10 years. You know what I mean? Like I believe in it so much, just seeing what's going on outside the TCG, that I really can't see it like really like collapse and like really just disappearing. Like, you know what I mean? I really just can't see it doing it. So there's guys who like the Michael Jordan PSA 10 right now, 86 flare. And PSA 10 might cost what maybe 150,000, 170,000. There was a guy 10 years ago who sold it for 6,000 and thought he was doing something. Like, you know what I'm saying? So I
Right.
don't want to be that guy. Like, you know what I mean? I don't want to
Yeah.
be that guy saying I sold a pre-ride Luffy for $6,000 or $6,500. Like, you know what I mean? And 20 years from now, it's going for like 90 grand or something. Not to say it's going to do that, but once I'm convicted, once I'm just making my move, I make my move. Like, to me, like, doing it is a decision. Like, once I decide to do it, then I'm going all in, you know?
And also, the famous quote is Luffy's bigger than Michael
Luffy,
Jordan.
more important than Michael Jordan. And I'm
Yeah.
not
Yeah.
playing. It started
Yeah.
out as a catch line. It sounds funny, but if you look in the real big scheme of things, you look on a global stage, like there's kids starving in other countries who don't know who Michael Jordan is. And I'm pretty sure they know who Luffy is and they're inspired by Luffy. Like there's kids that have been bullied in school for 10 years, 5 years. And when they found Luffy, it gave them the courage to fight for themselves. Like they're not thinking about a Michael Jordan. They're not thinking about 1996 and 1993 and all that stuff. So it sounds stupid and it sounds crazy, but if you really look at it, then Luffy's way more popular than Michael Jordan on a global stage. Like, you know what I'm saying? He means more to people than Michael Jordan, you know?
The
Michael
thesis
Jordan's
is
a
strong.
sport, you know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Yeah,
Of
no, the
course.
thesis definitely runs strong. So, like, in your mind, what would be the price? Like, if right now someone walked up to you and was like, I'm going to give you $35,000 cash for your pre-rata Luffy, are you letting it go?
Today? Yeah, let's go buy another one. I mean,
No, I mean, if
I
the
mean,
market
yes.
price, if the market price of it was like that right now.
Yeah, I
Uh,
definitely. If the market price was 30, because I'm really more strongly on my. I'm real more. You know, what I mean, have more conviction on my decision. If it goes to the 35, then I'm really not selling it. Like, you know what I mean?
Right.
I'm really not selling at that point. Like, you know.
mm, mm.
And then
Yeah. So
speaking,
I'm keeping my collection. It's gonna be a long time. Like same thing I did with my sports art collection. When I decide to sell, I'm selling it all. I'm gonna dump the whole thing. Like I'm not gonna be piecing it off and selling one card here and one card there. Like it's my collection. Like you know what I mean. So
yeah,
I
yeah,
want to hold on to it. Like I enjoy collecting the cards. You know.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah, I can relate to that because in my like TCG history, I've been playing different games over the course of 10 years, and like actually the chase sometimes for me of just like I need to complete this set of cards, and then like for
Yeah.
MTG specifically Magic the Gathering, I'm much more fluid with that game because it's more of a player's game and there's collectibles too.
Got you.
I'll take my whole set of Final Fantasy cards that I collected, and once I have my binder complete, I just immediately move the whole thing. And I'm just
Go on
like,
to the next
yeah,
one.
and then I just go on to the next. The next thing happened to be One Piece, so I was happy with that. And like the cards and everything spoke to us the same way it spoke to you. We just caught on a bit later, and the rest is history. You know.
Art
Yeah.
wise, what's your favorite card, Gerald, in One
My
Piece?
favorite card, value aside,
Yeah, value
Yeah.
aside.
it's probably two of them that's like a neck and neck with me. It's the Zoro All Art from I think it's '06 from OP06. The Zoro All Art card is not special. It's not a manga. It's
Oh,
not
the
an
one where
SP. It's just a
he's like
regular.
stanced up like this with
Yeah,
the
that's
sword.
one of my favorite cards.
Yeah.
And the OP04 Edward Newgate SP, the silver one where he got like the
Oh,
thing right
yeah.
here. Like
Oh,
those
yeah.
two cards, I love those two cards. I mean, they're not expensive cards, but
They're
art
great
wise, those are my
selections.
favorite two cards in
Yeah.
my
You know,
collection.
you should try hunting those down on a black label
Yeah.
since
I'm
they're
not
your.
really keen on the black label thing. Like, you know what I mean? Like I said, I'm really a collector. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I really can't see me paying like 4 times the value of the same card. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I still kick myself in the butt now, falling for the whole grading thing and the PSA thing, even though the market says what the market says. So you really got to get them graded to get value. But I'm not going to overextend myself. I'm not going to pay $50,000 for a car where I could get in the PSA 10 for $10,000. It's just
Right.
something I'm just not. It's just me. Not to say whoever collect black labels are wrong, but that's just my thing. How I feel about it. You know.
Well,
Mm.
speaking of grading right now, there was a massive change that PSA made this week. They increased the price of their submissions and did not decrease the time that they're going to get back to you. So you're paying more for the same for the same service and the same turnaround time. And first, I think that this is just a problem that happened because PSA just has such a big market share. They're literally a monopoly right now. They can do
Definitely.
that, and no one's gonna be like, "Oh, let me go to this company now," because the only other company right now is Tag. And I wanted to get your take. Like, would this deter you from grading with PSA? Would you want to switch to another grading company besides PSA and Beckett because they're under the same umbrella right now?
I mean, to be honest with you, I'm kind of like brainwashed from the PSA. Like I drunk the PSA Kool-Aid coming from the sports world.
Yeah.
So it's like really hard for me to like go somewhere else. Like my whole collection is in PSA and I'm like so OCD that everything has to be the same. So I changed one to tag to everything going to tag. Like, I got one BGS slab in my whole collection. That's I
Yeah.
got it for a price that I couldn't really refuse. I got it for a great price. But my thing with PSA really graded like up in the charge. I don't like the fact that they're hiding it behind there's too much demand. You know what I mean? Because there's so many other ways to slow down the cards coming in. Like you could actually put a limit on cards. Like you only can send in 15. You know what I mean? Or you can just extend the time out and give yourself time to do it. The price increase is more just greed and just doing it because they could do it. So they're hiding behind that. You know what I mean? But because there's other ways you could slow it down or whatever.
What do you think is
But
gonna change with Beckett?
I think Beckett, the writing is on the wall. I think PSA is the brand. Like PSA, I think they know that Beckett's only really around because of the black label chase. If the black label thing wasn't a thing for One Piece, Beckett wouldn't even be in business. Everybody chasing the black label, and I think really they're just gonna pump the brakes on that, and I think they're really gonna do away with
Is that
BGS soon. Like they're gonna take all those graders, make them start grading PSA cards. Like I really see the writing on the wall once they bought Beckett. Same thing they did with SGC.
So they're just gonna slowly
But
bleed him out, you think?
slowly but surely, slowly but surely.
Wow.
It's just, it's just the art of war. It's just business, the art of war. Like, you know what I mean? Like you buy the competition and you put up a nice little PR statement and we're gonna work together and we're gonna be a team, but slowly but surely, this is just gonna be PSA.
is that
They got the game in a chokehold.
is that gonna make
But the
like
good
yeah, go ahead.
but the good thing about it that I see from the PSA, like up charges, and I see like it's good for the TCG because they're actually literally saying that the problem is coming from TCG. So I think that's great. Whether it's Pokemon, whether it's One Piece, whether it's Magic, it's showing that the TCG hobby is rapidly growing. So that's the one good thing I take out of it.
Yeah, 100%. Definitely over the last decade, as long as I've been playing these games and collecting, the growth has been crazy, especially because like recently in pop culture, even things like Dungeons and Dragons and these tabletop games and playing card games has become so much more of like a normalized activity. You might be nerdy, but you're not like the quote unquote typical like nerd for enjoying these things anymore. So it's just
Yeah.
natural. We also see the grading upticking. And honestly, for Pokemon, it's
We got
crazy. Like Pokemon cards have like 40, 50,000 pop. That's so
yeah.
many cards getting
Yeah.
graded.
Yeah,
Like
the
for
We
one
population
gotta
card.
make
is
we gotta make TCG cool again, man. I'm glad you brought that up as far as like geeky and nerdy because like that's one of the things like I try to promote on my page. Like you could be who you are. Like you don't gotta hide. You don't gotta be like a closet anime guy or a
Yeah.
closet TCG guy. Like you know what I'm saying? Like there's cool people that collect cards. You know what I mean? That's why like I am who I am and I just do what I do. Like I don't gotta hide from nobody. I don't gotta hide my face and run behind from nobody. Like you know what I mean? Like Tom Brady likes One Piece. Like you know what I mean?
he's
Like
wearing the
there's
t-shirt.
soccer players. Yeah, there's soccer players who like One Piece. There's rappers, there's football players. Like, so I want to erase that whole stigma about like you got to be like a geek or a nerd to like be into like TCG and like anime and stuff like that.
Especially anime. Like 10 years ago, 15 years ago, I'll be honest, like when I was in high school and my friends were watching some anime, I would give them a little bit of a hard time because they're my friends and you do that to friends regardless. But
Right.
because like I didn't partake in it, I didn't understand it, I didn't enjoy any of them, and I didn't give it a chance. These days, I'm literally wearing a Monkey D. Luffy like jacket.
Yeah.
Like, so like,
I'm the same way,
it's
man.
like
I
it's
feel you
different.
100%. Like 10 years ago, man, I was judging them too. Like 10 years ago, I'm like, bro, you got to be a square. Like, bro, what the fuck you doing? Excuse my language. I'm sorry, brother. But
Oh, you're
like, bro,
chilling. You're
like,
chilling.
what are you doing? Like, listen, looking at this stuff, man. It's a cartoon. You're a grown man. Like, you know what I mean? But you just don't know until you know. Like, you know what I'm
Exactly.
saying? You just don't know until you know.
Well,
No.
now the tables have turned so much that it's weird that you're not into it. It's weird. It's like, wait, you're not into like this whole TCG thing right now? You're not into watching anime? You're not watching One Piece? You're not watching
Nah, where I
Naruto?
come from, I got another fight, bro. I'm from the Bronx. I'm from New York. I got
Oh.
another fight, bro.
Yeah. We haven't. The West Coast is way different.
They
It's
still looking
full
at me
here.
like, boy, what's this One Piece thing you doing, brother? So, like, I got
And you also
a whole other
play.
fight on my hands.
So you actually been playing the game. So how's that been for you?
That, to be honest with you, that's how I found the anime. Like,
Mm.
I came into this thing straight investment. Like, I didn't come into
Mm-hmm.
this thing. I wasn't thinking about no anime. I wasn't thinking about no Luffy. I wasn't thinking about no manga. Like, I came in this thing to make money. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So I went to my local card store, like trying to buy cards. And I met the owner, Dan, and he was like, yo, on Fridays, like we play the game. You come by one day, you stop by this and that. We had pre-release. So I said, you know what, let me give it a shot. And I'm really going over there with the same mindset. Okay, I can meet some of the guys, maybe buy some of the cards, this and that. But I really started playing the game. Like the guys really embraced me, and the guys really showed me how to build the decks, and they showed me how to play. And the game actually was fun. So like I caught myself really at home. Like now I'm playing with decks and trying to build stuff. My wife looking at me like I'm crazy. Like, what the hell are you doing,
That's
brother? Like you
awesome.
playing with these guys. So now I gotta look at my wife like, you know what I mean? Like, so
Well,
that
I'm
was
sure.
crazy for me. But the game is how I learned about the actual One Piece. Like the game is how I actually fell in love with the story of One Piece. Talking to the guys playing the game, and they asked me, brother, did you watch the anime yet, brother? And I'm hearing about Luffy, and I'm hearing about Nami, and I'm hearing about the stories. And then I actually like one of my boys actually said something to me one day. We talking about politics and the news, and he's like, "Yeah, man, Luffy, man, he want to be the king of the pirates because he want to be the freest man in the world. He want to free the world." And that just like hit me. Like I'm like, what the hell? Like that was like a strong, powerful statement for me. Like you know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? Like I've never heard nobody say they want to be the king so they could be the freest man in the world. Like you know what I'm saying? And me, I'm African American. Like that's like a part of my culture, my history. Like you know what I mean? Oppression and stuff like that. So it really like stuck with me, and I really started doing my homework then more, and I really started getting into the articles about what's going on in Indonesia and what's going on here and there. And now like I gotta go really like take the ride for myself now. So now like I'm really committed into like watching the anime now and really seeing the whole story. Like 'cause I hear about the story, I know about the story, but
Mm-hmm.
I gotta feel what everybody else is feeling
Hmm.
myself now. You know what I mean? So I just started watching the anime. I'm up to like episode maybe like 75 right now. You know what I mean? So I'm slow. I'm slowly but surely getting it. You know what I mean? Still got a full time job, work 10 hours a day. I got two kids. I got a son that box. I'm his trainer. I go to the gym. I got a wife. So I really can't lock in like everybody expects me to lock in. Like you hear my comments, brother, you only on 75, brother, you only on 50. It's like, brother, you watched it as a kid, brother. You came home from high school at 13 years old
Yeah.
and did your
Yeah.
homework and watched anime for 8 hours. I can't do that. I got a life. It got to fit into my life. You know what I mean? So I'm trying to take the ride. I want it, like you know what I'm saying. The time I do get, I really lock in and try to get it though. You know.
So how's
100%.
the perception been for you getting into it? Have you been facing a lot of resistance?
Um, it's just coming from all over at first, the first 2 weeks after the first 2 weeks after the video drop chasing cardboard, it
Yeah.
was nothing but hey brother, you stupid. All the sports got brother, what are you crazy? You stupid. You this, you that. Let's fast forward 2 weeks later, brother. You Nostradamus. You was a genius. You saw it. You called it. Like, you know what I mean? So it went from me being a hero of One Piece, this is that, but now you just get hate from everywhere. Now it's just like too many. It's people pulling you from all over the place. There's collectors. There's anime guys. These manga guys. Like, one day I'm a scalper, and one day I'm the best player. Like it's just
Mm-hmm.
so much. It's like I could see what the guy Mr. Beast was like talking about when he said like the One Piece community is kind of toxic. It's like the collectors, it's like the collectors hate the investors, the TCG players hate the collectors, the manga guys hate the anime guys. The anime guys hate everybody. The anime guys hate everybody. So it's just like so much going on. Like it's just so much. Like it's just like sometimes you don't really get the One Piece experience. Put it like that. Like you know.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's everyone's trying to gatekeep their love for it.
Yeah,
Like
it's like their experience and how they experience it was like the way you should or should try to experience it. When like you're such a prime example, and I love it that you played the game. You're like, I want to put my money here because you're sharp and you see something with potential, and that potential
Right.
turns into let me try the game. The game's awesome. Let me try the anime, and that's such a valid pathway these days. And
Right.
part of the reason we're doing this podcast, and especially with you, but just in general, is like a lot of this stuff needs to be normalized, and like we're just all having fun. If you make money along the
Yeah.
way, that's great. Let's be smart about it. You know, these things cost real money, and your money costs you time, and you only get so much of that. So
Yes.
that's why,
It's
like,
a lot of gatekeeping, man. A lot of
exactly.
Yeah.
gatekeeping, brother. A lot of gatekeeping. And me, I still consider myself a TCG guy. Like I like the game kind of more than I like the anime because remember I'm only on the first 75
Hmm.
episodes and I hear a lot of people telling me in the comments, brother, just push through it. The first 100 episodes, 150 episodes might be a little brutal, might be a tough, but once you get here, then it's going to just you're going to be addicted to it. So I'm muscling through it. I'm going to stick with it, but it's true what they're saying. It's kind of hard to like really like you know what I mean. Remember, some of these kids. Some of these guys are watching it as a kid. It's like I watched Rocky 4 as a kid. It's not gonna do the same thing it's doing for me now as a 50-year-old. Like,
Right.
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, but everybody can't be wrong. The whole world can't be wrong. So I believe the story is powerful. And I definitely want to experience for myself. You know what I mean? But the gatekeeping thing is just like it's crazy. It's like absolutely crazy, man.
But
Yeah,
at the
it's been
same time
tiring.
too, it's great that big attention like from Mr. Beast is coming into here and he's changing his profile picture to Luffy and then I Show Speed. He's been on that for a long time. Like he basically
Right.
started off his YouTube channel and he's like he's the biggest creator in the world besides Mr. Beast. And so like just the fact that these top people like people in
Right.
sports, people all across social media, like very highly successful people
Yeah.
see what the One Piece IP is. They love the story behind it. They love and they actually see themselves in Luffy's journey. And Luffy's
Yes.
journey like inspires them to continue on their journey as well in whatever their endeavor is. Which like Luffy's
Yes.
whole goal is like I'm not going to keep you or myself from my dreams and I'm going to like delusionally chase them no matter what obstacles in my way.
Yeah, man. Luffy's a deep character though, man. Because like I said, I didn't get into the meat and potatoes of the story yet, but from what I've seen, his character is a little different. Like you get a glimpse of who he really is from the early parts. Like he's telling Kobe, like, I'm gonna be the king of the pirates, and if I have to die doing it, I'm gonna die doing it. So like you see where he's going, you see where his heart is at. Even like when they was at with the Arlong and going by Nami's backstory. And Nami's sister was trying to tell Sanji and everybody her backstory, like why she betrayed him and all that. Luffy said, I don't want to hear that. I don't care about her past. He just left. Like he wanted to help her because who he was. That was his friend. That's all he needed to know is that's my friend. Everybody else had to get justification, like why they had to help her. Like, you know what I'm saying? So you
Right.
see Luffy's character as like, wow, like damn, it's something there that you could see in everybody. Like, you know what I mean?
Hmm. Yeah, I
So
get chills about that
it's real
scene.
deep, man. Even with Usopp, when he was going through thing with his little island and the pirates are taking over, and he was pouting like, "Oh, I'm going to fight to the end," and Zoro's like, "Nah, we your friends. We're going to help you." And he says something like, "You guys just want to help me because you got pity for me." And Luffy looked at him and said, "You think I'll risk my life because I got pity for you?" Like that's like deep
Yeah.
stuff from like a cartoon, man. You know what I'm saying? From an anime, sorry, from an anime. They're gonna kill
Yeah,
me. That's
yeah,
like deep
yeah.
stuff from an anime.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So his character is like strong. So I'm really like, you know what I mean? I really want to see where it goes.
So I wanted to ask you about the repacking. So there's a lot of these sites where you're basically ripping a mystery pack for like $50, $100. There's like tiers to it, right? There's like bronze, silver, gold tiers. And you have the chance of ripping that $50 pack and potentially getting like a $5,000 Nami manga or something like that, right?
Yeah.
And a lot of this is fueling the TCG market for Pokemon and now recently for One Piece because one of the biggest sites called Collector Crypt, they just recently included like $2 million worth of One Piece inventory onto their website and they're one of like the most gambled on sites. And we know that GameStop is the biggest into this with their power packs. And so what do you think it will look like? Or first of all, what are your thoughts on this whole system?
Man, all I'm gonna say is a sucker born every day, man. If you want to put your money into them repacks, man, you go ahead and waste your time, waste your money. But you gotta look at it like this: like the guy created a repack, he knows what he paid for the cards, and he knows what he wants to make for the cards. Like he's automatically guaranteed profit. So the one person might be a winner, and it might be 10 suckers. So if you want to put yourself in that category, so be it. But it's going to turn to what the sports card world turned to, and it's already going that direction. Like it's going to be everything about money and everything about gambling. And I'm not saying collecting and investing ain't about money, but not to that level. Big whales are going to come in and just push everybody out, as you see what's going on with EBO3. Like the repacks and the whatnot and the rips and the breaks.
Hmm.
It's going to destroy the hobby. It destroys sports cards. And it's one of the reasons why I got out of sports cards. So
So what was the
I'm totally
shift?
against it.
What was the shift? Because we're not in the sports cards world, so I'm interested to get your perspective on it. Like, so what did you see happen to the sports cards world when all of that was taking over? Like, what was the transition? What did that all look like?
It's like, say, like, for example, let's say Tops or Fanatics, right? Like, if you have somebody like a Backyard Breaks that's going to just buy everything off of you. You know what I mean? To rip. Like, why would Tops waste their time and send 100 boxes here, 100 boxes there, 100 boxes there, 100 boxes there, spread it out to the stores and distributor when Backyard Breaks just buy the whole thing? Like, you
I
know what I'm saying?
see.
So
That's a huge
they're
problem.
cutting out the little small store. The little small store is going to get cut out. The whatnot guys are going to buy more and more product. It's going to be so much easier for Bandai to deal with them. And they might even get a higher price because those guys are marking it up. They don't care. They're paid whatever because they're literally like EBO3. These guys are literally making like $900 off a box. Like, so they
Right.
don't care to pay 600 a box. 600, 500 a box to kill the average guy, the average working guy. But for the whatnot guys, I take 10 more, I take 20 more, I take 30 more. Like, you know what I'm saying? So it's going to make it hard on the smaller guys. You're never going to be able to get no product, and the game is going to just turn to strictly business. Like, you know what I mean? It just is what it is. Like, when big money get involved with something, the big whales come out and the crooks come out, and it just is what it is. The little people get swallowed up. You know what I mean? And then evidently that's what's going to happen with all this repacking stuff and all this breaking stuff. It's going to turn to the sports card thing, and that's when things are really going to get destroyed. You know what I mean?
For OP13, they confirmed that they are going to do a proper full blown reprint of the set. So, what are
Yeah.
your thoughts on that, and how do you think the market's going to shake up from that?
I think we actually need a reprint, to be honest with you. Like 13 kind of took off. I mean, people had the chance to get 13 early. Like, I mean, at one point, 13 was going for like 215 bucks, 220 bucks. It just happened to take off the way it took off. It went to like 500, 600 bucks. You know what I mean? So
On
a
that
lot of
point, real
guys got
quick,
priced out.
on
I'm
that
sorry.
point, real quick about OP13, we ripped 4 cases at $1,800 each.
That guy, yeah.
Like, think about, like, that's unbelievable. Imagine getting
Guys,
OP13 for $1,800 per
I
case.
miss it.
That's how.
I got two cases myself
Yeah.
at like 2100. I got one at 2100, one at like 1800. Like, I got it early too, knowing that it was an anniversary. The average person didn't really know, like, all the new guys and the crypto bros was
Right.
just coming in as it got released. So people
Yeah.
that been in already know what the anniversary sets all this and loaded in stock. So we was buying them early, like, you know what I mean? But the reprint, we definitely need a reprint. I mean, because we can't chase like the common folk out. We can't chase like the low guy in the
You
totem pole.
can't
We
get
can't
rid of
chase
the
them out.
experience, like it becomes a bummer when you have to go buy like you have to if you want to spend $200 on a box and you can only basically rip OP10 Royal Blood because that's the only
Yeah.
box that's it's like like I even lose the fun with the hobby and to some extent. And I'm in a position where like thankfully I have a little bit more capital to spend on my hobby and enjoy it. So like the fact that now I'm not even touching OP13, which is everyone knows is one of the most fun sets to rip due to all the types of pulls, the playables, all the alt arts, the God pack. And now it's just like I deleted that from my brain. I just won't experience it
Yeah.
again. I've like considered the fact that me and Mark we ripped as much OP13 as we're ever going to get to, basically. And that's why this reprint is almost mandatory. And for anniversary sets, the demand is crazy.
Yeah, because the average guy's priced out. Like, I'm priced out. Like I said, I'm like you. I'm in a situation like you where I have the capital. I could go buy a case of EBO3, but
Why?
it's a smart money to go buy. Pay $6,000 for a case of EBO3. Like,
Yeah.
I'm not doing that. Like, you know what I mean? So it's like it's already going to where the sports card is going. Like, some of them products come out the door $20,000, $15,000. You see my collection, I had a nice collection, a big collection. Like, I had a lucrative collection, but the industry just pushed me out. It just became something I just didn't want to be involved with. I can't be, you know what I mean, ripping $1,100 boxes and ripping $1,500 boxes to get like $100 worth of cards and stuff like that. And we
Yeah.
don't want that to happen with One Piece. You know what I mean? But it's heading in that direction. Sadly, sad to say.
Well, the market is definitely reacting to this. So we got to be honest with what we're seeing in the market right now, and we're seeing that mangas have been slowing down. Mangas have been kind of retracing back down. Like, we're seeing Nami manga that was peaking at 5.5K is now like 3.8 to 4K range.
I've seen lower happen. I've seen deals go for
Right.
lower.
Yeah.
even,
So I mean, people I think are scared of the word reprints. And in general, too, I think that we kind of got a little bit overheated, a little too fast. Just being honest about what's going on. I mean, like the fact that you can get a Nami manga like literally 3 months ago for like 1.8K, and right now it's 5.5K. Like I think a reasonable person would want to try selling at 5 to 5.5K, right? Like so, like I think naturally what's going on is that a lot of people started looking at their collection and was like, oh my God, I'm sitting on so much money right now. Like it feels irresponsible almost for me to be like just hanging on to this, especially like if you don't have the luxury to do that.
Right. Yeah, but like you said, like the market is just correcting itself, man. We had a real nice run up over the last 2.5 months. So like even the guys, like you said, that was buying Nami mangas at 1.8 or 1.7K, like, are they still down? Selling them at 3.8K or 4K? Like,
Right.
they're still not down. Like, the market is still up in the big scheme of things. You know what I mean? This is just natural. Like, I'm
the
pretty sure there's
trend is
been
set.
reprints in every other TCG. I'm pretty sure Pokemon have reprints, but the cards still want to maintain their value and do what they do. Like, it just comes with it. Like, people see reprint, they just scared. Hey, why fold? Just hold on to them. Like, you know what I mean? Like, those are like the flippers and like the guys who just coming in and out, like the strictly investors that are like selling their stuff and getting out the way or whatever. But I like it. I enjoy it. I'm buying a dip. Be honest with you, I'm
Oh
For
buying a
yeah.
sure.
dip.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I need to
We're
crash a little
stoked.
more. I need to crash a little more to be honest with you. A couple of cards, a
Yeah.
couple of cards. I kind of let go, and this is my time to grab them. You know.
As vendors too, we're also definitely, you
Yeah, I
know,
mean, like we know, like in the next 4 or 5 weeks, that we'll be able to spend the same amount of money we can spend this week, and probably just get more cards, more SPs, more slabs, and like that's honestly like it just makes me ever more bullish. Like this is such a good natural market cycle. The only thing I would wish for everybody involved is that you don't get too caught up in it. You don't overexpose yourself, and not everybody has layers of experience in different types of markets, because all these markets kind of reflect off each other, like whether it's a card, a crypto, a stock, or anything else that people are into and trade in some way. So
Right.
it just time in the market beats timing the market. And clearly
100%.
your investment thesis is you're going to be here for a decade. I would have not picked up some of the grails I did, or, me and Mark wouldn't have set foot and started doing this show and started really like pushing on this if we didn't really see something that can go 5 or 10 years that we want to be in front of because we love it. I love cardboard, and
Right.
it's like only growing, and like we should be very happy to see prices go up and down and let reprints happen so more people can buy at a reasonable price. Players are what drives these games, so you need people showing up to the LGS to play
Yeah.
to actually
And to
push
be
this.
And to be honest with you, like I'm fortunate enough to know and have met a lot of people in the collecting space. Like I know some of the biggest collectors in the world. I know collectors from Italy, collectors from Germany, from Malaysia, the UK. I know collectors from all over the world. These guys got $1 million collections. And when I say they have $1 million collections, I'm not like playing. I know guys that got 10, 700 Luffy's, like 10 of the blue Luffy's, like, and they're not selling. They
Yeah.
got PSA 9s, PSA 10s, BGS 9.5s. They're not selling. Like, big money is buying One Piece, like behind the scenes. Like, I just came out from LA. Burbank, the biggest sports card store in the business,
Mm-hmm.
is buying One Piece heavy. Anything walks through the door, they're buying. So the big people, the big whales know what's going on. It's the little panicky guy who got, who I don't want to say panicky, but their money is tied up into it. They just know what to do and they just don't, you know what I mean? Like you said, they can't afford to just sit around and stick around. But big money is buying One Piece right now. That's all I gotta say. Like I'm not gonna put nobody business out there, whatever. But
Yeah,
there's a
definitely don't do
lot
that.
of guys out there who have some serious One Piece collections, and they're laughing at the so-called bubble crash. Like they're like, yes, like you know what I mean.
It's
Let's
always a
scoop it
funny
up. You
narrative.
know.
Yeah.
Well, there's the one issue that I see sometimes is, for example, let's just say like that, like whenever Red Luffy, right, that just came out in OP13 is selling for like $27,000, right? And there's a lot of time that you can be waiting before you're spending that kind of money on a brand new manga that just released. And I get the narrative and everything behind it. But I'm thinking like, okay, the person that just dropped $27,000, I really hope that that person didn't go on eBay and
No,
buy
person got
that.
serious bread. Person got serious bread,
Okay,
brother.
okay, because like there's that button right there that's called
Yeah.
Klarna, and I'm like, please don't tell me this guy just dropped some Klarna like 12-month payments on something crazy like this right now.
Man, I know guys. I
The
know guys
Klarna
that
Luffy.
crack PSA 10s and send them to Beckett trying to get black labels. I know guys buying those $20,000 cars and cracking them
Yeah, it's
and coming back
insane.
9.5 and
Unreal.
cracking again and send it back. And then if not, they send it back to PSA and get a 10. Like, brother, these brothers is playing with some serious money. I know guys who got all black label collections. Like, it's serious money in the One Piece thing. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I thought I had like a little collection. What up? See, I'm the little guy in the room. I know some guy who got some
Yeah.
collections.
Always a
For
bigger
real, for
fish.
real.
Yeah.
Always, yeah, and especially even in the vendor space too. Like we think that like, oh, we got our inventory here, we're doing well, and then like right across from us we see merch TCG, and we're like, yo, this guy is like all black labeled out everything. It's like
Oh,
but there's obviously always gonna be levels to it for sure. Like
Of course.
yeah, it's levels to everything. But
There has to be.
the people with the smaller budgets and the smaller collections just hold tight. You got no one to hold them, no one to fold them. Like you bought them for a reason. Like why buy something at an all-time high last month and sell it for 20% or 25% cheaper today? Like it's just not business. It's not just like business savvy. Like don't panic if you believe in it, believe in it. You know what I mean? For the crypto bro or the poker or the Pokemon bro or whoever came in and got caught holding the bag, more power to you. You know what I mean? But for the guy who
Yeah.
really believes in the One Piece and really believe in the cards, collector, like hold on and do what you gotta do. Buy the dip, actually. You know what I mean? If you can, buy the dip.
definitely,
Mhm.
definitely, and also I think that that's those types of decisions is what causes the correction to happen originally because people like are way over leveraged in this. They put a lot more money than they're comfortable putting in initially because they're really excited and they think that it's going to continue going up the way that it's been. And then they start feeling the heat because they're like, oh God, like my credit card payments are piling up right now. Like I think I
Right,
spent way
right,
too
right.
much. And then now the card that I bought is down 15%. So that's why they just panic sell into it because people just
Yeah.
it's all based on like emotional buying sometimes too. Like people aren't really sitting with it and like thinking
Nope.
it through.
The thesis development has to happen before you buy your first card. So
Exactly.
you don't have to worry when you go to bed at night. Like, I don't buy anything in any asset class if I can't sleep at night without being nervous about what's going to happen in the morning, the next day, the day after, months, years from now.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I feel really bad for the people that just go crazy with it and don't like moderate
Yeah.
themselves, and then they catch a burn, and then in general they get like a negative feeling about the hobby or the space.
Yeah, like why invest in something or jump into something you have no knowledge of whatsoever just because it's the big hottest thing out. You know
The
what I mean?
chase,
Like,
man. Yeah.
and some people got away with it though. And some people got away
Oh,
with it.
of
Like the
course.
time, like
Yeah.
around that cheats and cardboard video jumped off, like in November, a lot of people jumped right in and they just rode the wave up and they got away with it. But the guy who came in, let's say January, or the guy who came in February, the guy who came
Oh
in like
yeah.
they the ones getting caught. Like you know what I mean? So you just can't jump on the next big thing. But
Because
One Piece ain't going nowhere, man. One Piece
Exactly.
is
because
was 3 years old, man.
we're just speaking also based off of like what we've heard as well from like people that we've directly been talking to. Like there's a lot of people that are coming in that have made a lot of money in other markets. Like let's just say people that have made millions in crypto. They're coming in at these all-time high prices and they're just like I'm just seeing what they're doing and I'm like, yo, like I think you gotta chill for a second because like you don't know what this price was like a couple of months ago and you're just coming in here and throwing serious bread around and like you're going to be feeling salty about it if you're not really doing the research and not like understanding what you're buying and you're putting tens of thousands of dollars if not hundreds of thousands of dollars into it and then everything is down and you're just going to be like I don't want to do this One Piece anymore. I'll cardboard invest. Like they just get a bad taste in their mouth when they do irresponsible things like that.
Yeah, but I don't really see like I don't see the crypto bro who has 100 grand or 200 grand to put in the One Piece being stupid idiot. Like you know what I mean? I can't see that person just coming in a month later just selling everything for the cheap. Like I really don't see that. I think those are like the lower tier collectors that's really like having paper hands who just trying to pay their bills, living day to day. Like could use that $1,500 or use that $2,300. I don't think of an investor who's ever to invest in crypto to make 500 grand or $1 million doesn't have the investment savvy to know markets dip and markets go up and markets go down. You know what I mean?
That's a good point.
That's a very fair point.
Yeah, that's a
actually.
very
Yeah,
fair
'cause
point.
And the crypto bros, you welcome, because all y'all jumped in right before that crash. You welcome, right? All right. None of y'all send me the DM saying thanks or none of that stuff, man. Yeah, you welcome.
So I
So
want to ask you, what are some of the things that you're still looking to pick up for your personal collection that you didn't get a chance to yet? That, like, let's just say, for example, things cool off a bit. What are you like really eyeing right now that you want to add to your collection?
Like I'm a Luffy collector. I'm a Luffy guy. So 2 cards. I could actually buy them right now, tomorrow if I want, but that kind of got away from me. Like the Luffy wanted poster from 13, the
Okay.
SP Luffy from 13. Like I do collect smaller cards too. I do collect like smaller cards too. Everything gotta be a big card, a manga and stuff
of
like that.
course, yeah.
But those some things I could have got at $120, $150, now they $1,000. And then the investor in me, the smart guy in me, like, why I'm gonna buy the all-time high? Just let it dip, let it come down. Like, so those are the kind of things that I'm kind of like waiting for to come down. Like, you know what I mean? Like the little cars that went from 200 to 1200 real quick. I'll let it dip down a little bit and I'll probably grab it at 700, 800 if I can.
Did you pick up a copy of the PRBO2 SP Luffy, the one where he's like breaking the frame of the card and it has like the gold etching? You
Yes, I did.
got a copy of
Yes.
that, right?
I was the first one. I was the first all-time high sale. I was the one that got it for 4 grand. It was one on eBay. It was the auction that ended at
Oh my
4,000.
god,
Everybody,
that's
why
Really?
you buy that
insane.
card at 4,000? Why you buy that card at 4,000? I said, bro, watch. You're gonna see. I show you better than I can tell you why I bought it for $4,000. You know what I mean? It ain't pop yet neither. Don't think it pop yet neither. It's only sold for like maybe six and a half. But that card will be in due time. It's gonna go.
Agreed. Like
But
most
the
Luffy
gold leader, the
cards.
special one, the gold leader, right?
Oh, you're talking about the
Okay, okay.
EBO2. Oh,
Hold
okay,
on.
hold on.
Okay,
we were
okay.
yeah, you go ahead on this. You go ahead on
okay.
this.
I was talking about PRBO2,
Oh,
but
we
that's
talking about a different
EBO2.
card.
No.
Oh,
Let's
what card
talk
were you
about this card. No, let's talk about this card.
Yeah,
That's my
this
favorite card.
this card is big
So
on.
that's actually my favorite card in the TCG. Period. That gold leader Luffy. So
That's a nice card.
the background for Christmas, I got 2 copies of the card off TCG Player for each of us. One for myself, one as a gift for my boy. And I'll be honest, we got it for $450. It was a great price. And I was like, EBO2 is undervalued. These SP leaders are insanely hard to pull. This set is not even on shelves anymore. Like 26 gold leaders, blah blah blah. I picked up my copies. We sent them off for grading. I saw those sales. I didn't realize one of them was yours, but congrats,
we were
congrats
super
on the
excited
pickup.
about that.
Because I personally,
That was me.
I was telling Mark, I was like, this is a $20,000 slab whenever it happens. I don't care when it happens, and I don't even care if it hits 20. I'm just like, like the same way you do it. It's just like you assign a value to something because you want to have a good entry. You don't want to overpay. But even at the price you got, I'm like, that's a great price. Like if you're paying anything less than 6 figures on that card, I don't think the pop is ever going to exceed
Like-
150, at least not in the coming years.
Yeah, the pop is super
Nah, I
low
don't
on
think
that
it'd be
card.
past 150. I think it's up to like 59 right now, 69.
Yeah,
It's,
around
it's,
that.
it's creeping a little bit, but it's never
Yeah.
going to get to like the 150 to 200, whatever like that. But for people out there that's investing, like if you believe in something, you understand scarcity, if you understand short printed sets, you can't be afraid to be the comp sometimes. You know what I mean?
Oh, no,
Like
yeah.
I bought the card at an all-time high. I bought it at $4,000. I bought my Gear 5 Luffy PSA 10 at an all-time high. I paid $29.50 for it. This one, people thought $3,000 was like insane for a card.
For the
Mhm.
But
OG
it was an
one?
all-time for the OG one.
Damn.
I bought at an all. Back when I bought it, $29.50 was the all-time high. Like, you know what I mean? So
It looks like a joke now in comparison.
So if you believe in a card, don't be scared to be the comp. Like comp saying everything. Like sometimes just being able to get the card is more important than what you pay for
Agreed.
the card. Like right now, I'll do anything to get my hands on one of them 700 Luffy's. Like I let that card get by me so many times. Like I could have got the car for like $5,600, $5,200, and I'm like, hell no. There's so many things I could buy with 5,000. I'm buying like 3 or 4 little smaller cars. And I'm like, ain't nobody buying that car. That car is gonna dip to 3,000. Then it went to 7,000. And then from 7,000, it went to 9,000. Now it's like $50,000. So
Yeah.
I kind of let that one get away from me. But you can't win them all. Like, you know what I mean? I'm not salty about it. Like, I wish I had it in my collection as a collector to have all the serial cars, but you're not gonna win them all. So
Do you have the
my
other
advice to
ones?
people- I'm sorry, go
Do
ahead.
you have the other serial cards?
Yeah, I have the Ace, I have the Shanks, I have the Rocket Luffy, the Zoro Luffy. I got it raw. You know what I mean? But it got like a little ding on it, so the Zoro Luffy's not really.
Mm,
You know what I mean? I might end up. That might not be a keeper, but
yeah.
for the most part, I got a lot of the cereals though. But the 700 one is the first one, the best one. And I tell everybody, try to get the
Hmm.
early stuff, try to get the first stuff. So that's the one that hurts me the most. And I could get it if I want, but I have to put it too much dent in my collection. Like I'm really truly a collector by heart. I don't want to put a big enough dent in my collection to get it. Like, I could sell my Gold D Raj, I could sell my Oda, I could sell a couple of this and that to get the card, but it'll put too much of a dent in my collection. So you know what I say? You know what? You just can't win them all. You know what I'm saying?
It's a good mentality. Yeah. Sometimes you can't literally have everything, but your collection is like insanely amazing anyway. So like it's okay to come to peace with like the one Luffy you don't have, but you have another chance. There's that new Gear 5 cereal coming out. You can
Oh,
add that, maybe it fills the void partially.
That card going raw out the gate. That card gonna be
That card
expensive.
yeah.
Like the
slaps
days,
though.
like the players know what time it is now. Like
Yeah.
before, you could get the cards from Canada, you get the cards from Italy, you get the card. Like the players will sell you a cereal card for $1,800. Like people buying cereal shanks raw for $1,900, $2,000, buying 10 of them. But the players know what time it is now. Everybody's reaching out to the players now. The big money guys are reaching out to the players now. Like
Yeah.
the players, they're not stupid no more. They're not going for it no more. Like
But
you'll call a
that's
guy that you could have got a card from last year for $2,000. Today they're like, brother, the card 15,000.
Now
I
he's
know
gonna
what's
call
going on.
merch. He's just gonna call Calvin and that's
but
it.
that's
Yeah.
super good for the actual gameplay too, because it makes them a lot more competitive and it ups the bar for the actual gameplay of One Piece because people are now competing for serious money off of these serialized cards.
Yes, man. People are actually sponsoring these players. People are actually like paying for all their expenses, all their hotels, all their food,
Wow,
That's
giving them
super
money
gas.
to be not even to get the card for free, to be able to get first dibs at the card. That's
that's
how you
insane.
know what I mean? To get
Wow.
first dibs at the card.
That's actually
Well,
pretty
I didn't
awesome.
even know that was happening
That is
behind the
super cool.
scenes.
As somebody who
Uh,
likes
So
to play, that's cool.
so you've been seeing people that are actually paying for a player to go and
yeah.
compete in the tournaments and everything so they could get first dibs to buy the card.
The first dibs to buy it. Not get the car for free, get first
Wow.
dibs to buy it. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's happening all over the place now. Now people are trying to get the best players in the world. Like, you know what I mean? Like, they want those cards. Those cards are like there's levels to collecting. Like those championship cards, those serial
Hmm.
cards, like those cards, like world
Yeah.
card, world championships, nationals, like even the regionals to a certain extent or like highly sought after. But once you start getting to the national level and all
Hmm.
that, man, those cars are highly sought after. People be surprised with people paying for those cars. Like people don't know there's levels to this collecting thing.
Do
Levels to
you
it.
do you have any of the regionals cards in your collection? Do you collect
Yeah,
these types of
I got a
cards?
couple. I got a couple. Actually got the three admirals, the first three cards, the
Hmm.
championship cards from the first worlds, the top 64, the top 32, the top 16. I got the top eight. Once you get past the top eight, it's like a whole nother level. You
Yeah.
gotta have a
Yeah.
stupid amount
Was
of
one of
money.
those
So I ain't even going
Borsalino?
in.
The
I'm
Borsalino
sorry.
one?
I had the Borsalino one, the
Nice.
Sakazuki one, you know what I mean? The
Hmm.
Kuzan,
Nice.
then
You
the
have those
Luffy
in
top
PSA
eight.
10?
Yeah, all PSA. But I got it for so cheap. I got the Borsalino for like $600.
That's
Like, you know what I mean? Like, I
crazy.
came in this game. Like, when I say I came in this game, I did my homework. Like, people think I got into One Piece. I hear it all the time. Oh, you've been collecting for 2 months. You just a scalper, a grifter. I've been collecting One Piece for over a year and a
Everyone
half.
thinks you get
I've been getting
lucky.
these cards before people was thinking about these cards. I already was on it. Like, when you see my Chasing Cardboard video with Ty, I literally have $50,000 in One Piece cards already, like in the video.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Hmm.
And I'm
Based on,
showing him my binders and I'm showing him my cards, and it's stuff that you don't even see on the camera that I'm showing him. So when people say that I'm just new to the game, jumping on a new thing, I'm like, brother, I've been in this thing so long, you just don't have a clue, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like I
Yeah.
just told you, I paid 2,900 for Gear 5 Luffy. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like I paid like $790 for Zoro OG PSA 10. Like I was doing this when people wasn't thinking about these cards.
yeah. I wanted to ask you yesterday, the Netflix live action, they revealed the Laboon that came out.
That was dope.
Do you have the Laboon regionals top six? I think it's top 32 one.
Nah, I was being like, my mind is so. I'm always into like, because I coming from the sports card world, so everything got to be the rookie card for me. Everything got to be the first card for me. So
Mm.
I was like, that's 2025. That's garbage. But not knowing that championships cards are going to take off. My collection would be through the moon if I knew that these championship cards were going to do what they do. These cards are, I mean, pennies, man. These cards are pennies back in the day. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I was always in like for the first cards, like you know what I mean. Some of the first serials, like the Shanks I had to get, like the top eight Zoro from 2023, the Queen from 2023. Like I got a lot of 2022 stuff. Like I want the early stuff. Like
Mm-hmm.
I always been into the early stuff, but the other cards are valuable too. Like you know what I'm saying. Like I didn't know they was going to take off so much, and now I'm not buying them because I know what they were. Like I remember they were $800 and $500. I'm not paying $7,000 for them. You know what I'm saying? It's not even a money thing. Just sometimes it just like it just is what it is. Like, is it a smart play? You know what I'm saying?
So
Yeah.
to finalize, I want to ask you one last question.
Copy.
You saw the clear play for One Piece very early on. You saw the writing on the wall before a lot of people did.
Right.
Do you see anything else on the horizon? Because I say this because there's been something that's kind of been bubbling up recently, and there's been a lot of talk and a lot of interest in Dragon Ball TCG.
Dragon Ball Z. I've been hearing about it,
What are
but
your thoughts on this? I want to get your take.
my thoughts on it: Dragon Ball Z, great anime, great fan base, the people love it. But the biggest factor of me going into One Piece wasn't the card game, is what's outside the card game.
Okay.
You know what I mean? It's the culture, it's the athletes, it's the rappers, it's the basketball players, it's the CNN articles. Harvard University did a piece on it. The colleges, they got the colleges now. They got the Dodgers, Luffy, they got the Lakers. Like that's what made my decision for me. It wasn't the cards. Like when I started doing my homework, I said this thing is humongous. Like you know what I mean? Like what other card game? Not even Pokemon. Pokemon's the elephant in the room, the biggest of the big, but they don't have that stuff going on outside of the TCG. Like, you know what I mean? Luffy's
Culturally.
story, Luffy's story is like so inspiring. Like, you know what I mean? Like that story's never gonna die out. It's never gonna go nowhere. So my decision to go into One Piece was what happened outside of the card game. Like, you know what I mean? So I can't see me going into nothing else.
Not even just diversifying a bit, taking a shot at for example Dragon Ball Fusion World.
Nah, because I buy what I like you know what I'm saying. Like I buy what I like, so now I'm like addicted to the One Piece. Like I'm like addicted to the story and Luffy and stuff like that. So I want to just stick with that and just grind out with that. Like I'm not going to jump to the next shiny thing. Everywhere you get burnt like that, we just jump into the next thing and jump into the next thing. I know
Makes
nothing
sense.
about it. I don't know the characters. I don't know who to get. I don't know the prize cards, the champion cards. I really just don't really know too much about it to really do it. You know what I mean? I don't have millions of dollars. I could just play around with money. So, you know what I'm saying? I got to make like calculated, smart decisions with my money.
All right.
Of course.
And you got anything else, Najee?
Not at all. Not at all. That was clean.
I got a question for you guys, man. What's your collections looking like, man? What's your
Okay.
biggest card? What's your top three cards? Both of y'all. What's your top three
all
cards?
right,
in your collection?
you start off. I'll go
okay.
after.
For just One Piece, right?
One Piece.
Okay, so I would say I'm gonna give you four. I'll give you four because these are my four
Alright.
biggest. So the gold Luffy from OP11. In my. I have a trio of Luffys in a Phantom display. This is my trio.
Beautiful.
It's
Beautiful.
gold Luffy, pre-errata Romance Dawn Luffy, and the gold leader from EBO2 PSA 10. That one that's my favorite card in the game. And then Goldie Roger BGS 10. The others are all PSA 10. Those are like my top shelves. And then, I have a couple of personal mangas and SPs and cards that I genuinely really like. But like if we're just talking about grails that happened to be secured before everything went ballistic, those were like what I set my targets on. And I had an Oda Sig that I traded away for a bunch of mangas for vending purposes, and I sold it because my conviction was like Oda Sig is great, awesome. It's the Oda sign card, whatever. I got it for dummy cheap for PSA 10, similar to your prices for most of your mangas and stuff. But
Gotcha.
I was like, I have my real grail coming in, and then that's the gold leader. For me, that is my grail in this game, in this TCG. I'm willing to let go of this Oda, the Oda Sig from OPL5.
That was big, man. Woo, that was big to let go of the Oda. That was big.
Bro, I mean, honestly, like I got it for so cheap, and I have a collector habit. Like I'm a hoarder. I collect magic. I collect everything. And for me, it's also a lesson about letting go because I know what I have coming, and I know what my conviction and what I want to see on my shelf. And
And that's
Oda
what you
Sig,
like.
yeah, and that's what I like. And Oda Sig, I
Yo,
felt
the
like it was
market about to
time.
tank, man. Sell me all your cars at 60%, man. The market about to crash.
Yo,
Man.
low-key-
Dragon Ball about to take over, y'all. Dragon Ball taking over. Sell me your cars, brother.
Yeah. I might be able to pick up Otisig again for about maybe not obviously never as much as I paid originally, but if I find a raw Otisig and somebody's panicking or even a PSA 10, if I keep doing well in the business, I'll get it back. Good things come back when you let go. You know, it's not like it's a gone forever situation.
Yeah, I'll come back around.
Yeah, it's
If you don't mind me asking, what was your price point for the Odyssey? If you don't mind.
I don't. 1,700 for
Oh,
PSA
that's
10.
beautiful, bro. That's the same thing. I paid 16.20. We paid the same thing basically.
Yeah,
I paid 16.20.
local
But
deal.
PSA 10, yours was PSA 10?
PSA 10.
PSA 10, yeah, man.
Yeah, it was crazy.
Sell it now, man. Dragon Ball taking over, man.
He's not
Fully
gonna let that
rotating.
one go.
Yeah.
So for
Yeah, how about you, man? What's your top 3 cards?
All
Top
right.
4, top 3. What's your best
so
card?
my top is the BGS 10 Gold D Roger. I got that for a really crazy good deal. I got that for 6.5, and right now it's like around 20-25 range right now. I have Gold Leader SP OP11 BGS 10 as well, and I have them all in a trio of this BGS 10s, but all the same subgrades of Surface 9.5. So I like the Surface 9.5 subgrade. I know that some people, they don't really care about the premium that you can get for Surface 9.5, but to me, I value it more than like centering or edges or any of the other BGS 10 subgrades. So it's the Gold D Roger BGS 10, the OP11 Gold Leader SP Luffy, and the Otisig BGS 10 as well. And we didn't even mention sealed, but
You have the pre-errata too.
and pre-errata. I have pre-errata Luffy BGS 10 as well.
We thought we top blasted the pre-errata because we paid like mid 2000, like 2000 and something
Yeah.
for both of our pre-errata Luffy's, and we were like looking at each other like, bro, we top blasted, we're the top set. Like you said, we set that comp. And then Kaizu Ice on YouTube made a video like featuring our sales because and we're like, holy shit, like we bought those. For us, that was really surreal.
Yeah, he was talking about it like, I can't believe two people bought this for $2,200 right now. He's like talking about our buys for the from the pre-errata Luffy, and then we didn't mention
the same
sealed.
thing too. I got the same thing from who was it? My man Grayson. When I bought the Luffy for the 4,000, when I bought the EBO2 one,
Straw hat speculator, right?
For it. And I put in the comments, it was me. I'm sorry, it was me. Bro.
Yeah, it's fun when that happens for sure.
Yeah.
And then blue bottoms too. We bought blue bottoms for really good prices, so we got in on blue bottoms at 1.2K.
I got mine for 850. I only got
Crazy.
Oh, dude, you always got rule of 3 for me: one to keep, one to sell on the way up, and one to sell at the top if I can time.
Yeah, I've seen that in one of your clips.
Oh,
okay, yeah, he knows. You know what's up.
Yeah.
So one more question, last question. I'll let you guys go.
No,
What's
you're
your
good.
thoughts on singles versus sealed?
Oh, okay. I mean, I can go. I'll take the first.
Yeah,
on
you go ahead.
Sealed is great. You want some sealed exposure. I'm a card guy first. Like for me, the cardboard, the box being cardboard does nothing for me. I get no enjoyment out of having it other than flipping it for cash. Like honestly, like It's pure investment for me. I don't feel good or anything about having that. Cards, I'm a cardboard addict. Like I've been addicted to cardboard since I was like 17 or 16, and like it's Magic, Pokemon for a phase. I got out of that though. One Piece strongly, Riftbound now. I need to be able to see the card, play with the cards. I'm like, I'll bling out my decks for Magic and play with them because like they're for playing, you know, and for collecting. So like sealed, if I see a good play, I'll make it and I'll execute on it and I'll hold sealed for a long time after I make my profit on other plays. That's why rule of 3s, because I have room. But it's always about the cards for me, always.
Got you.
So
and you?
For me, I'm a big sealed guy. So I actually prefer to do sealed. So like when I first got into One Piece, my first buys, I bought 5 blue bottoms at 1.2K. That was like the first thing that clicked with my mind about like, yo, this is the first ever printed box and I want as maximum exposure to that. And also having cases of the anniversary set. So OP05 case, OP09 case. I don't have an OP13 case, but eventually if, for example, it calms down a little bit more and I get a good entry point, I'd like to be in on that. And EB cases too. So EBO2, the one that gold, the SP Luffy that you set the floor
real
from.
nice, bro. Real nice.
Yeah, so that stuff I personally love. I love sealed because my thesis behind sealed is that as time goes on, the supply of sealed goes down. But as time goes on, the supply of like
Singles
PSA
goes
10s
up.
goes
The
up.
pop
As
goes up,
The
yeah.
pop goes up.
Nah, I agree 100%. I was strictly cards. I never got into sealed during the sports card stuff. And I didn't get into sealed with the one. I used to rip cases. Like, it was so
Yeah.
cheap because coming from sports cards, like, a box of Prism football was like $1,200. Like, you know what I mean? So I couldn't put
you
one
get
piece
12
out.
boxes for
Yeah.
$1,200. You're eating
Yeah,
good.
I was like, give me everything. When I found out boxes were $90 and $110, I was just going,
Yeah.
I'm ripping EBO this, EB
Yeah.
that, PRBO one and stuff. But watching Grayson videos, he got me on the seal. So I just started collecting seal. I only got I got 2 cases of 13.
Nice.
And I got 1 case of PRBO 2. And
Solid.
I love
one
that
box.
set.
I got 1 box of everything. I keep 1 box of everything.
That's great.
So
Yeah.
I don't really got that much seal, to be honest with you. You know what I mean?
Nice.
Yeah, you don't have to be too worried. I mean, bro, you don't need sealed. Like, your entry on all of your collection is basically impossible to actually match. Like, you're chilling, obviously, like from the investment side of things. But for like having sealed exposure, a collector generally does what you did, like get 1 of every box, because there's like a visual aspect to collecting, obviously. Like, being able to see every box is more than like being able to see every case of every set. But I totally agree with you. Back when the prices were like 90 to 150 max per set, dog, I came from Magic. I was paying for 12 packs. I was paying 1,200, like 600 to 800 for a box of 12 packs.
So you was ripping like crazy too.
Oh no, bro! I've been ripping like gnarly for as long as like I was in it and I had the finances to. But One Piece was like a treat. I was like, I can get 12 boxes, potentially hit a manga, which we haven't, but you know, it's possible. All these SPs. And at the time, we were so confident. No, it's like it's still undervalued too. Like, I'm keeping all of this stuff. I had binder of SPs and everything, and that's what allowed us to pivot so strongly into vendoring and get into it more, because we had conviction, we had like fun. It was all there. Like you said, writing on the wall kind of thing. It was clear as day. Like, I had to do it.
Yeah, like when I hear the people even now, like not complaining. I don't want to say somebody's complaining because everybody got their own financial situation. You know what I mean?
Of
Everybody got
course.
their own stuff. But when I hear people talking about, oh, the boxes shouldn't be $200, I said, man, you just don't know about the sports card world. You know what Flawless go for? Do you know what all these boxes? I mean, they stuff they got product that come out at $2,500. Like,
That's
you know what I mean,
crazy.
$3,500.
Wow.
Like for one, like you know what I mean? Like it's ridiculous. So coming from there, I'm like, man, this is crazy, man.
Yeah,
But
you see like
man.
that
You guys
delta.
get any hate for being vendors? Do you hear that you the scalpers and you
We
this and you
do.
that? Do you guys get any
Occasionally,
of that or
yeah.
not really?
Now
Yeah,
that we're
it-
posting stuff, we get some comments, you know, which doesn't really phase us, because I try to be as we try to be as genuine as possible. Like, we really share exactly what we think on these like spaces, and whatever, you know, a hater is gonna hate. It's free to hate. It's easy and it's cheap. I'm not gonna engage with it, but it for sure happens already. Yeah.
Happens, yeah.
Yeah.
You gotta embrace it, man. Like me, I look at it like you need the haters. Like you have to have the haters. Like
Yeah.
Tom Brady wouldn't be who he was if he didn't have haters. Like you know what I mean? Like
Haters are
Michael
passionate.
Jordan wouldn't be who he was. Like say someone has like 100,000 followers, right?
Mm-hmm.
And they got rid of all of their haters. Like you have 50,000 followers. Like you need
Yeah.
100% of the followers. You need 100% of the haters. You need 100% of the people that love you. Like you know what I mean, to make you who you really are, to like really blow you up. So the haters is a role for the haters too. So I embrace it. I love the engagement. I love the comments.
Yeah,
'Cause
the
it's just like
engagement. Yeah,
do
why
what
not?
you're
Yeah, of course. Yeah,
doing. You know what I mean?
that's funny.
But yeah, man. But yeah, I want to thank you guys for having me, man. I really enjoyed it, man. I've been watching y'all stuff for a while. You guys do excellent work, man. The production is phenomenal. The comments, the topics, everything. So thanks
Appreciate
for
that.
reaching out, man. I appreciate it, brother.
Thank
for
you
real.
so
No,
much for taking the time, and hopefully one day when you're back in LA, we'll do this in person all
Yeah,
together
oh, that'd be
again.
so sick, man.
I'll
We'll
definitely
hang.
come through, man. I'll definitely come through,
Awesome.
man. I'll bring some cash too, because I know you guys are about to have
Yeah.
paper hands when Dragon Ball
Yeah, this
comes
guy.
around, man.
Yeah. You're funny. I appreciate you, man. Thank you for
Awesome.
your
Thank you
comments.
so
man.
much. Have a
I'm
good
about to
night.
sign off, guys, man. Have a good one.
Yeah.
Peace and blessings, man.
Peace
Peace,
out.
brother. Peace.